Talk with Rio. Man, we hit the sports stuff all the time. Real talk, we don't even mess around. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Man, what you say? Man, it's real, dog. Hey, what you doing? You know this is fire. Subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. And after that, make sure you hit the notification bell. You know it.
Let me break it down right quick for my haters, my dictators and bad raiders. Since you never seem to get it right no more, then right no more. Kick back your feet and watch your back from perpetrators. My game's strong and my range roll.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Real Talk with Rio. And you know we are breaking down The Last Dance. And of course, I told you, man, I got my brother to my right. I made a mistake before. People have been correcting me. To my right, I have
Mega.
And to my left, I have
Big Ralph is in the house.
Yeah, everybody was on me about that. They was like, man, you don't know your right or left or whatever. Hey, you don't understand there's camera right and all that crazy stuff, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, we're about to break down episodes 5 and 6. 5 and 6. And you know that 6 is for the 6 championships that we got. Don't forget that. Yo, hey, I don't know about y'all, but 5 was a beast. 5, man, that was the beast.
It just keep getting better, man. 98 All-Star, Kobe versus Jordan.
Man, they call this the Kobe episode because it starts off with Kobe. I mean, it's crazy, man. There's so much. Like you said, 98 All-Star game, right? And that's in Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden. That's where Jordan loves to play. That's his favorite spot.
Right.
And
the Mecca, the basketball Mecca.
Basketball Mecca. And then we got Kobe Bryant. It was funny seeing Jordan walk through the hallways and he's walking past Kobe and they just sort of like, yeah, what's up? And you could tell, like, I felt like, man, you know, when I was thinking about, like, man, Kobe's like, damn, that was Jordan, you know,
yeah.
But he had to keep it cool because he was 19 years old, right? Yeah, he was 19. Yeah, Kobe was 19.
Was he a rookie?
He didn't make the All-Star his rookie year. He made it his third year or something.
Yeah, but he was 19. I know that for sure. He was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was, I mean, how did you guys feel about the talk when Jordan was in the locker room talking about Kobe? What y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I liked how they were talking about how they were going to go after Kobe. And they said, oh, yeah, Kobe, you know he's going to shoot. He's going to make it a one-on-one game.
Right.
And Mike was like, yeah, I'm going to bring it to him. I'm going to make him work, you know. Because basically they were saying Kobe's a gun because they passed the ball, they didn't get it back. You know,
you heard what he was saying. He was like, man, if I was his teammates, I wouldn't pass it to him.
Yeah, I tell you, go get the rebound.
He's like, I wouldn't pass it to him. That's crazy, man. It's like
I know
it's the little trash talking that's going on behind the scenes, and it's a trip, man. When you're seeing that, and it was. So my question is, do you feel like it was disrespectful at that time, or was it just competitive, or what's your take on it?
It's competitive. It's about being strategic and things like that. You just, you knowing your opponent.
Right.
You know, they are, Jordan was there when he was young. So he knows what's in the mind of Kobe. He know that Kobe was going to try to show out,
Right. But at the same time, if you look back at Jordan's early career, he was doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He was gunning too, right?
Yeah, he was gunning.
It could have been said about him. And I thought it was a little bit disrespectful on my part.
You thought it was disrespectful?
Yeah, I mean, if Kobe looked at it, how you think he would feel? Just hearing that, what they were saying in the locker room.
True. It's possible. I'm pretty sure he saw it, though. During that time. Yeah. And the crazy part was when he was talking about how fans always was like, man, I wonder who'd win between you and Jordan one-on-one and stuff like that. The best thing, like what he said that really hit me, that was deep, is when he said that, man, what you get from me is from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was deep. Like, he's just straight letting you know that, hey, I am Kobe because of Jordan.
Right.
And I think at that time, man, when I was watching it, it was at that point when I really realized that, man, Kobe passed away. I it didn't really hit me. I was watching it just like, man, like felt like he was still here. And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. I forgot with all this crazy stuff that's been going on with the COVID and all that stuff. I forgot Kobe passed away. And it hit me when he said, you know, what you get from me is from him. That was
yeah.
a trip, man.
Yeah, he basically said, you know, he gave him a lot of advice, helped his game out, you know. And if it wasn't for Jordan, he wouldn't have won 5 championships.
Right.
So he gave Jordan his props, you know.
No, he did.
It's like a big brother to him.
He did. And you remember that Jordan said that at the funeral.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I thought it was very touching. Now that was a good scene right there. To see Kobe.
Now it was crazy to see that this was Jordan's. I mean, as we know now that was his last year and his last All-Star game. Isn't it crazy that he won MVP?
Yeah, I was going to say that, man. I mean, you know, Jordan's still on top of the game, playing the best of the best at New York, showing out. You know, knowing that it's his last. People thinking that it's his last game in the NBA. You know, last All-Star game in the NBA, or you know, this is his last hurrah in the NBA, his last season. But he was still on top of the game. You know,
exactly.
Playing with the best, all the young. You know, he had Grant Hill out there. You know, Tim Hardaway, Sean Kemp. Then on the West, you had players like Jason Kidd. You know, Karl Malone was still there. KG.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and Sean Kemp was on the Cavs.
yeah.
That was crazy.
And making the All-Star game. Yeah. David Robinson. You know, Shaq. You know.
Right, I agree. There's no doubt, you know, based on his last All-Star performance, that he could have played at least another 2 years.
Oh,
yeah. At a high level, we're talking, you know.
And he did play, you know, to go into his Washington years. He lifted Washington. They had the best defense in the league when Jordan went over there. You know, he kind of lifted them up. They didn't have enough players to take it over to the top and go deep in the playoffs, but he made them better than what they was. You know, without some good veteran help. You know, he had
the Washington Wizard Jordan in the Washington Wizards. That was the most underrated Jordan because he actually did a lot. And
he was scoring a lot.
He did a lot. It's just he was on a really bad team.
He wasn't. His hang time weren't the same, but his fundamentals was there. His fadeaway was there. Mm-hmm. You know, he had even a bigger basketball IQ. He was involving his teammates more.
Right.
I mean, you had a young Rip Hamilton. You had a Stackhouse. He had a little something. You know, not enough.
Was that rookie that he basically asked to get drafted? What was his name?
Kwame Brown.
Kwame
Brown. Yeah, turned out to be a bust.
That's going to be on our other show, which is the NBA's biggest bust. In history.
Look out for that one.
Yeah, look out for that, because that's pretty deep, man. That's like I got my number one on there already, but yeah, hey, that was all good. That was all great. He took care of business, Madison Square Garden, but then he came back to Madison Square Garden, took care of business again in his final game, his final regular season game at Madison Square Garden, and he brought out the Jordan 1s.
Ooh.
He brought out the ones, man.
He brought out the ones. For all y'all sneakerheads out there, he brought out the ones. And I think what was so funny is that he was talking about how bad his feet was hurting. Because that's just giving acknowledgement to like the evolution of the Jordan shoes. Like the first shoes, I remember, I mean, they felt cool, but it's just like any shoe, right? The first Converse, they felt like crap. I don't like Converse at all. But all of the earlier shoes, when you really think about them, man, they did not feel good. I don't know how these guys played basketball in any of these shoes. And he brought out those Jordan 1s, man. That was crazy that he said his feet was bleeding.
Yeah.
Socks was soaked with blood.
Soaked with blood, man.
But he wouldn't take them off though. He didn't take them off
because he was
after
hidden.
the game.
He was hidden, man. And I don't know. I wish I could remember that game. It looked like Patrick Ewing was hurt that game. He had something on his wrist, whatever. It was Starks was still there and stuff like that, but it was just crazy, man. Just seeing that.
In the crowd, giving it up to Jordan.
Oh yeah, they love it. Him and Spike Lee, going at it.
Yeah, Spike, he's always going at it with somebody.
Yeah, he's telling Spike, like they can't guard me. You need to come out here. Come on. So that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and at that time, Bulls, they was 44-16. So there was 60 games in with another 22 to go.
And they was smashing.
And that's a pretty good record, right? 44-16.
And it looked like Knicks wasn't even a factor at that time.
Yeah.
I wonder who went to the Eastern Conference Finals with them. I can't remember.
I thought it was New York, wasn't it? No, Indiana.
Yeah, I was going to say Indiana.
Yeah, that's going to be later,
Okay.
But yeah, man. I mean, Jordan, he loves playing in New York. All the celebrities out there watching them. New York being a basketball mecca, Madison Square Garden. He's just putting on the show. Whether if it's the flu game or whatever, man. Jordan, he's always busting ass in New York, man.
Always. And then going back to the shoes, man. Speaking of the shoes. This was very interesting. This episode showed the birth of the Air Jordan shoes itself. That was pretty deep. Like
that was deep. Yeah.
I didn't know that Jordan wanted to be with Adidas.
Yeah, he wasn't a Nike fan at all.
Yeah.
Well, Nike was like an unknown thing. It was
more like tennis.
There was running shoes and
track and tennis and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, so that one you have to give much props to his agent David Falk.
Yep.
And
his dad,
his mom.
The thing is,
mom told him you gotta go.
It took David Falk to stay persistent and talk to the mom and dad and say, "Hey, look,
that's
man,
true.
He might be missing out on something."
Yeah, they forced him to go to the meeting.
Yeah, so that was big, man. I mean, they said athletes was getting a $100,000 deal, and Jordan got $250.
$250, man. $250. His dad said, "You'll be crazy to pass that up." Like, you crazy, man. You ain't gonna get one. Let me wear Nikes, And it was, and you know what's crazier than that? So the deal gets accepted. They do all that. So Nike was like, "Man, it's all good, man. We hope we could sell about 3 million worth of shoes in 4 years. By the end of year 4, if we sold 3 million, we did good." This dude sold 126 million at the end of the first year.
Crazy numbers.
First year, dude. Like, that's crazy.
He single-handedly brought up Nike to the next level.
Single-handedly, man.
Yep.
Everybody wanted to be a part of Nike, at that time.
Yeah. Not only that, but think about the stock. Yeah. Think about the company itself.
So every time a Jordan shoe comes out.
this dude's making so much money for the company. I wonder what percentage of shares does he have in that company. And it's crazy when you think about how the Jordan shoe changed the shoe game forever, dude. It was never the same. Cause I remember as a kid, man, like we went to work, and I worked my first paycheck. I worked in the summer, and I got a $250 paycheck. I was so excited. We went straight to downtown Chicago and went ahead and I bought 2 pairs of Jordans. Cost me like $125, whatever each. I've spent my whole check. 2 Jordans. Just
man. You know what was dope also about they having Spike Lee, with doing the commercials with Jordan and bringing some because because Jordan wasn't a talker like that then.
Right.
It kind of reminded me of Kawhi Leonard, man. Kawhi Leonard not a talker. They try to bring it out of him.
Jordan talked way more than Kawhi. Jordan talked way more.
He talked more, but as far as like in front of the camera, as far as like, you see how like Penny, they try to bring that out of him, so they bring the little Penny. So
Penny was more like Kawhi.
So with the Spike Lee commercials, it was Spike Lee that was the talker.
Right.
He was like the little Penny for Jordan, because he was like, is it the jersey? He's like, nah, Spike. Is it this?
Yeah.
Nah,
It's had the one line.
It gotta be the shoes.
It gotta be the shoes. It gotta be the shoes. Money. It gotta be the shoes.
Yeah. So it's like he's bringing it out. You got it. You know what I'm saying? Out of Jordan. He wasn't just a talker at that time.
Right. Not only that, when they brought in Spike Lee to produce a commercial, it kind of connected with the urban culture as well.
Yeah.
I think that kind of enhanced sales as far as
No, it definitely did.
Yeah, it definitely did, because everybody, even at that, man, just thinking about how Chicago was at that time, man, you could get killed for your pairs of Jordans, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
so
I watched the kid. You remember old boy Roger? What's his name? Roger.
Yeah.
They picked him up. All right, at the high school, they picked him up, right? And they said, "What size you wear?" And they took it straight off his feet, put him on, and was wearing them in school in front of his face, and he was walking barefoot at school.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, people used to get, Jordans took, man, they in the snow.
Yeah.
That's
how
that
serious
time, man, that was a serious time in Chicago that I could speak of. I don't know about anywhere else, any other city in the U.S., but in Chicago, man,
wearing Jordans was life or death.
Wearing Jordans was life or death. It was a hot commodity.
It was a big risk wearing.
Yeah, it was a hot commodity, but you had to buy a pair of Jordans with a gun.
Especially if you're in the hood, you walk around with them jokers on. People looking at you like, oh,
yeah,
we like those.
It was kind of crazy, man.
And then I did that crazy stuff where, like I told you, I bought 2 pairs of Jordans, so I'd wear one color, like one white, one black.
You mismatched them?
I mismatched.
Oh, nice.
I brought up the mismatch. I felt like I was the first person to do that, but I ain't got.
You started the mismatch.
I ain't got no
mismatch
proof of it. Yeah.
So real quick, what was you guys' favorite Jordans?
Oh man, my favorite Jordans had to be the Jordan 4s at the time.
Okay.
Jordan 4s are my man. The Breads. That's my favorite, and the white and red ones too. But it's funny because as time passed, now the Jordan 11s are my favorite. Jordan 11s, I got them upstairs in the closet. I haven't even worn them. I haven't touched them yet.
Yeah, man, definitely. Back then, I loved the 3s and 4s. The 3s had that's the one he did the free throw dunk with, right?
Yeah, I think that is. That's the one with the elephant print. The elephant print are the 3s.
Right. Yeah. And I remember I used to have the white and blue ones.
Yeah, you had the white and blue ones. Yep, you had the 3 white and blues. I remember that.
I had the white and blue ones.
And I had the white and red.
You had the white and red ones.
Of course.
Yeah, that was my favorite ones. And then the 4s, the ones with the spots, and then they had the
wing
crowns. Yeah, the wings.
Yeah, that's the 4s. Yeah, that's my favorite.
I like the white ones, the white and gray ones with the spots on the crown. So yeah, like the 3s and 4s to me was like the best one. And
yeah, I like
a lot of others.
I like the ones. The ones made a bigger impact for me because they were, just came out. They were the first shoe he came out with, and just to have, just to be one of the first person to have him around the block, for anybody else was a big deal,
So which color did you like? The white, red, and black, or the black and reds?
The black and reds.
The black and reds, yeah.
Yeah, I like the black and reds.
The black and reds are nice.
Yeah,
they were tight.
It's funny. Go ahead.
No, is there any other athlete shoes is better than the Jordans.
Man,
you know, like
tough one, man. Right now.
It's, I mean, ever. You know, you had Ken Griffey's, you had David Robinson's, you had Barkley's,
Ewing's.
You had some Ewing's, you had Shaq's, you had Kobe's. You know,
I just can't think of anything, man. That's why Jordan.
LeBron, I think LeBron's probably the closest one I can think of.
I mean, LeBron's is alright. I mean, I seen some good ones, but even some Kobe's.
I know Ralph think we pick on him with about that LeBron stuff, man.
Hey,
I know it's coming at some point in the show. It's going to surface, so I'm waiting.
I mean, we already know Jordan has the GOAT shoe. I mean, LeBron will never have the GOAT shoe.
Yeah.
So, you still got time. You got to be the GOAT to have a GOAT shoe, man.
That's okay. He still got time.
He ain't got no time for that. I'm sorry,
it's
Jordan.
Coming. Don't worry.
Jordan got that on lock for
right
this dude to still have people going crazy over shoes that never even seen him before this documentary. That's incredible. People go crazy like on the shoe forums about Jordan shoes and ain't never seen him play. They're like, man, if you ain't wearing the retros, they're not real. Like for example, these Jordans back here, the 6 rings that I got, some people don't even think that they should even be worn because they're not retros. To them, if you ain't wearing retro Jordans, the Jordans ain't real. I mean, that makes no sense. It's like
they say that because they got a bunch of retros. That's all.
Right. That's all. They just want to be retro king. But the point is, they never seen Jordan play.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, dude, do you understand?
Right.
You ain't never seen him play, so why are you even talking?
Right. That's their way of connecting to the times they miss. You know what I'm saying?
That's the way they connect, man.
You know, so let's go to the '92 championship, Portland.
Oh man,
good series.
Jordan, man. You know the funny thing is Jordan is he a beast. You know why? I ain't never seen somebody that could take anything that somebody says and use that as motivation better than Jordan.
Right.
He uses anything. He messes with his own mind so that he could get pumped up. Yeah. He got mad that they were like comparing him to Drexler. He was like, man, ain't no comparison. So you know what he did? He's like, I'm a dog Drexler. So the first game, he dogs Drexler. It's just like what he did with Craig Elo. Just like, it's like anytime they say somebody is a Jordan killer or a Jordan stopper or compared to Jordan, Jordan gets pissed off. And he elevates his game. And I was just impressed. Like that game, man, 35 points and a half.
Yeah, he had that record. But not only that, you remember he met with Magic? Him and Magic, Magic went over his crib. They were playing cards.
Yeah.
Told Magic, hey man, I'm about to go at this dude. He's about to get in him, you know. Yeah. And when he was knocking those threes down, what did he do? He was looking at Magic like this.
Shrug. And I like what BJ Armstrong was saying during that '92 season, that run. He said it was like Jordan, he wasn't playing the game.
Right.
He just figured out how to win.
Yeah, that dude was just playing. He's playing two different games. He's playing offense, he's playing defense, but he just knew what to do. Like, it wasn't even just. It was crazy, man. When you're that good, man, I can't even imagine that.
I mean, it's imagine that's your teammate, Jordan, like at that level, man.
Yeah.
Like what do you do? Like, what do you do at that time?
You enjoy the ride, man. That's what you do. That's what I would do, man. I'm like, man, I'm really playing with him, man. I'm like, every time I'm watching these players, I want to do like, you remember, what was his name? Randy Brown? You remember? Then he used to live around the corner from our sister, right?
Yeah.
He said he lived in the same neighborhood. Just think about this dude. He was just like kicking it with Jordan. But Randy Brown was like, he wasn't nobody. You know what I'm saying? But he got to kick it with Jordan. And it was just like, imagine what he could just sit back and tell stories like, man, I remember practice when he dunked on me, man. I remember when I stole the ball from him, and then maybe he went crazy. Whatever you could think of, you just imagine being able to play with a legend like that, man.
Was that him that came into the locker room and asked him for a ticket
Yeah.
one time?
Yep.
Yeah, he needed some tickets.
Yep, that was it.
Mike said,
Mike said,
What
he
he
said,
said,
I had to ask God for this. He said,
God just gave it.
God just gave it to you.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Don't put that on camera.
No, but you know, Randy put it up there to make that joke. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at Jordan for rebuttaling that. You know, but yeah, I mean, Jordan gets Clyde, man. Where was Clyde at Clyde's game at that point?
I mean, I know they made it to the finals and all that stuff, but to be honest with you, you couldn't compare it. Even think of Clyde in the dunk contest. Jordan goes and does it off the free throw. What does Clyde do the next chance? He goes off the free throw. And then everybody looking at him like, what are you doing? It's like
Jordan do the kiss the rim.
Yeah, and he tries to do the same thing. It's like, what? Are you okay? Like
he's trying to see if he can match Jordan.
Man, he can't. And that's the problem. He can't match Jordan.
So do you think Clyde could even hang with Pippen?
I feel like that's the level he could strive for. But Pippen got
a good matchup.
Pippen got him too.
Yeah, Pippen got him, right?
Pippen got him.
Yeah,
but
Pippen
that's the level that you could go for. Try to be a Pippen. Don't even try to mess with Jordan.
Right.
I messed with Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Clyde was probably where you say he was top 10 best players in the league at that time. What?
He was up there. Yeah, I would put him top 10.
Because you know he could score. He was a good scorer.
You know, it just popped up in my brain. Just totally jumping off the topic. When Jordan went to the Wizards, did he ever play Pippen?
Yeah, he played against Pippen when Pippen was in Houston.
Ooh. Man,
that's a good one.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
He played him against him when he was in Houston.
Man, look, edit and Mr. Editing Mario, if you find that clip, can you throw that right here and show them playing against each other to see if anybody dunked on somebody? That'd be nice.
So, what do you guys feel about what Krause said after they beat Portland? And he said it's a organization thing.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a big controversy.
He was like, it's a top down. It was a big win, top down from Reinsdorf all the way down to whoever the equipment manager. And I felt like he kept pushing that just to try to belittle. Like he acted like he was out there playing.
He wanted to take the credit, you know.
Yeah,
basically saying the players, it's not about the players, it's about management.
Yeah, I really didn't understand that. It really made me feel like Krause was just really reaching, man. Like he was desperate. Like, look at me, look at that plane. You know, desperate. Look at me, I'm desperate, man. It's like a little kid.
Because here's the thing, right? Where Krause looked bad. You know, the players is for the fans, the cameras, right? And the fans and the people watching and whatever. Your general management and ownership and stuff, that's not for fans and the cameras.
That's behind the camera.
That's for other management people and owners and things like that to pay attention to.
Yeah, in the background.
So for you to be in front of the camera and say, yeah, it's a management thing, it's an organization thing. The fans don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They care about the players.
They be like, who are you?
You know what I'm saying? They don't care about that.
Especially without social media back then. People didn't even know who Jerry Krause was.
Yeah, so
they probably see him in the mall and don't even trip. They're like,
they have a clue who it was.
You think they want a Jerry Krause jersey or autograph?
And that's where he lost, man. That's where he lost. He was doing way too much.
That showed he was doing way too much, man. Just stay behind the scenes. Like everybody on the business is behind the camera.
That's where you got.
You got your star. You know, it's like you don't see the manager or the star in front of the camera that want all the props. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
he was like, man, if you want a CEO that ain't all up in the video,
right, all in the camera,
all in the camera,
right. Come to the Lakers.
Come to the row. Yeah. That's how it is. But you know, Krause was being Diddy, man. He was shiny suit, you know, dancing, you know, trying to be next to Biggie.
Like, come on, man. I mean, like, it's everybody know who Jerry West is, but do you see him over there? Hey, I'm the one who got Steph Curry, and you know, I'm the one who did it for Kobe. Got Kobe to LA. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who got this and that. You know, you don't see him do that.
No, you know? He don't need to.
He don't need to. That's not what it's for. You know. So yeah.
So guys, let's get to it, man. Let's talk about the Olympics.
Ooh.
Olympics.
The dream team of all time.
Ooh. The original.
Ooh. I got some mixed feelings about this, man. I know we talked about this before. We talked about.
I already know.
No, I don't know.
I know we're about to bump heads on this subject.
No, I don't know because
what could you have? Be on the same
all right. First thing I gotta say.
Wait. You say mixed feelings. I don't see what we can have mixed feelings about. I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page. So go ahead and continue.
Okay, let me get to it. First of all, I like to say I think that Isaiah Thomas should be the dream team.
Yeah.
There it is.
We talked about it before.
And yeah, I know. You guys mentioned before, you know how you felt about that. The way he pulled the move and not shaking the hands. He didn't get along with a lot of the players. The chemistry, it would have ruined the chemistry and all that. But at the same time, man, Isaiah, that's a bad dude, man. And he deserved to be on the team. That's once of a lifetime thing.
Right.
That you hope to be a part of. And for them to take that away from him, I don't know.
Let me tell you something. You know, you see, I know you guys never seen, maybe you don't know about my mic. My mic, when it's lit like this, that means you can hear me. If it goes black, then you can't hear me. See, basically, the way I feel about this Isaiah stuff is. You hear me? All right? And that's how I feel about it.
We didn't catch all that, but I got a pretty good idea. What you
all right? So that's I just want to let you know. I'm gonna keep it PG right now.
I think that Isaiah being on the tree, because that whole experience with them all being together, spending a lot of time, getting to know each other, that would have been the perfect time for all the shit to be out the window.
Man, it's not.
That would have been the perfect
time. It could have been the time for them to make up and just put all the stuff aside and just ball.
Isaiah is like one of the lowest forms of basketball human being. He doesn't have any respect for the game when it comes to sportsmanship. He is a great player. I won't take that away from him.
He's probably you could say he's a sore loser, man.
He's beyond sore loser. Did you watch it? Did you watch it? I went back and I watched it when he walked off the court and then the owner was trying to go to the court to talk and congratulate the Bulls and he pulled him. He's like, nah. Did you see on the sideline when Chuck Daly was like, nah, chill, man. Chill, stay right. I watched it. I rewinded like 50 times. You gotta understand, John Sally came back and actually shook hands with all the Bulls and all that. I don't want to hear nothing about no Isaiah. He got exactly what he deserved.
You already told us all that.
He was
dirty.
How you
feel about that?
We know
dirty.
That. We know that.
But at the same time, I just
the dream
team, taste, man.
Let me tell you. And then look, John Stockton ain't got nothing on Isaiah.
Nothing.
That's fine.
Now, you talk about dream team. I'm sorry, I don't know how the hell Chris Mullins made it.
Chris Mullins. How about Christian
Mullins,
Laettner?
He was balling.
Chris Mullins was good.
Laettner was
let me
player of the
come on.
year that time, right?
In college. I mean, if Shaq would have won the
they always
championship,
get like one player.
if LSU would have won it, Shaq would have been on there.
Yeah.
First of all, Shaq
But
should have
should've
been
had
automatic.
Yeah.
He should have been automatic. It don't matter.
Shaq should have been on there, man.
Christian Laettner.
But look who they had already on the team. They were stacked with big
Super
guys.
stacked.
but come on, man. Chris Mullin, man.
Chris Mullins was good, dude.
He was balling.
What
man,
you talking about?
Dream team.
They needed that shooter. They needed outside shooting.
Hey, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Chris Mullin. Don't get me wrong.
Hey.
We used to go to the Run TMC.
Run TMC.
Don't get me wrong, Chris Mullin.
Okay, I got one for you guys.
But Isaiah should have been on there, and I'm pretty sure they could have found a better player to have than Chris Mullin.
Nah, I'm good.
And then Shaq should have been on there.
I would have took John Paxton over Isaiah Thomas.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, that's
I thought he got robbed. You know, it's unfortunate that it happened.
and that's good. He got robbed.
But wait, okay, let me ask you this: do you think that if he would have shook Michael Jordan's hand, that they would have put him on the Dream Team?
Yeah.
So
Was it just
an incident, or was it more the chemistry, or he get along with the other players?
That incident was the capper, because he already had beef with Bird. He already had beef with Magic.
So
he already had beef with Pippen and Jordan.
Yeah,
but
Magic and everybody.
But you gotta understand, even through the beef, Michael Jordan still went and showed sportsmanship, and Isaiah took it too far. You gotta understand, man. There's certain things you just don't do.
I know you
That's
never. You're not gonna never get over that.
No, never.
We can go all around. We can go back and forth.
I'm gonna make a point. Let me make this point.
Make your point.
Let me make this point.
Go.
91. That's when he didn't shake their hand, right?
I believe that. Yeah, that was 91. That's the one.
Now,
that's the year they won the championship. Yep.
Right. So he got into it with Magic. When the Pistons won that championship against the Lakers, he got into it with Bird right before, around that time. He didn't shake the Bulls' hands, Jordan, in '91. But think about this: they still played together in the All-Star games. Isaiah was still dropping dimes to Jordan, dimes to Jordan in the All-Star game.
But they were forced.
That's
what I'm saying.
Very good point.
They still shared the locker room with each other.
Thank you. That's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
But it's different.
You tell it. No. This is after all of this happened.
Man. This is like, all you have to do is spend some locker room time and a couple practices with somebody. But with the Olympics, you have to spend weeks together.
Been better.
It's still
it would have been. It would have healed it better.
It would have healed it.
It would have healed it. It would have healed it. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't healing nothing, man.
I mean, come on. If Isaiah was tripping like that, he wouldn't be dropping them dimes to Jordan, man.
He got to. He got no choice. He could look worse. What he gonna do? Throw fake dimes?
Here's a question.
He gonna throw nickels?
Here's a question for you guys. Here's a question for you guys. Jordan said it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Isaiah was kept out.
Right.
Whose fault was it?
Jordan.
Who made the call?
Jordan.
So it was Jordan.
I believe it's Jordan. Yeah, 100%. I believe
he had nothing.
It was easy. What are you talking about? Jordan told on himself. He said that he got a phone call, and the dude said, he was to talk about the Olympics. Jordan said, "All right, so who's going to be on the team?"
Right.
And he's like, "What do you mean who's going to be on? Who's going to be on the team?" Well, the person that you're thinking of is not going to be on there. So.
But see, Jordan even said
Jordan asking that question, but he told on himself.
He had already made the decision.
But Jordan said,
that's what the guy was saying. The guy you're thinking about is not going to be on there.
Because Jordan is confirming.
And then at the same time, after that, Jordan said, "Yeah, I wasn't even going to ask about Isaiah."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't remember him saying that, but
yeah, he said that right after. But here's the thing, also. Yeah, if you would have asked Bird, Ewing, Malone, Barkley, Jordan, Pippen, okay? Right? At least half that team. What do you feel about Isaiah being on the team? Of course they're gonna be like, I don't care. We don't need him. Or you know what I'm saying? of course they're gonna feel like it don't matter to us. It's not like anybody like, yo, we need Isaiah. You feel what I'm saying?
But they should have been like that.
Well, but
they should have been, because he was that good, though.
He was that good, but half of them, they look, the dream team, man. Yeah, you don't need an Isaiah. Just like they could have won it without a Magic.
They don't need him to win.
They could have won it without a Bird.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The reason why an injured Larry Bird was on there is because it's the dream team. The best players of the NBA all assembled into one team.
Right.
Exactly.
So Isaiah
That's
is
why
the best point guard after Magic, however you want to put it. On top of Magic or after Magic. He's the best point guard.
Well said. Thank you.
So that's the thing. Yeah, they could have been nonchalant about voting Isaiah in. I could understand that because nobody didn't care or have a close relationship with Isaiah but Magic. You know what I'm saying? Magic ain't going to care and be like fighting for this dude. Magic is just going to go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. I mean, Isaiah should have been on there.
I said it's not the same as an all-star game, but it's similar because you got all the all-stars come together, the best players playing together. They put everything aside, all the issues they have, whatever, and they play together. That's it.
Jordan. I see Isaiah drop some dimes to Jordan, even throw it off the backboard on the fast break on the All-Star game, and Jordan giving him 5, slapping him up on the butt. Good pass, all that shit, man. Because when it comes down to it, it's just like Rodman when he came to the Bulls. Rodman was beating Pippen and Jordan on the court, slamming them. Mm-hmm. But when you play on the team and playing to win, good shit. You know what I'm saying? It would have came to that eventually. It would have came to that.
I think he got robbed for that. It's unfortunate that they kept him off.
But Mar, you got what you wanted. Isaiah wasn't on it.
It wasn't right. It wasn't right.
You got what you wanted, right?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
F Isaiah.
But Ralph, in another dimension, Isaiah was on that team, man.
Right.
Have fun in that dimension.
Shaq was on there too, right?
Yeah,
hey, how about the trash talk during practice? How they were going at each other. That was good to see.
See, and that's an example right there. If Isaiah was there and they had the trash talking, it would have been a fight. It would have been a fight. It would have been some blows. It would have been a fight. It wouldn't have turned out like the way it turned out. See Magic on the bus talking about
big trash.
Yeah, I heard him. He got mad. He threw the ball and everything because he got fouled.
I'm gonna tell you something. Isaiah would have been on Jordan's team because Magic loved to go against Isaiah.
That's a good point.
He loved to go head to head against Isaiah, and he would have been on Jordan's team.
I thought Isaiah and Magic was like best friends. What happened?
Yeah, but
I think they had a little fallout. They had a little fallout around that time too.
They had a little fallout, but still, it was cool, and they love to go against. Come on, man. Those years of Magic and Isaiah in the All-Star games, they was the best. They was running, going at each other. Back-to-back possessions going. I mean, there was no other All-Star games better than when Isaiah and Magic was running.
Who did John Stockton call? Had him come up in his Hall of Fame speech. He called for Isaiah.
John Stockton?
To be the person, to come up to the podium to introduce him.
What happened? Why did he do that?
Because he gave him his props for not being in the Dream Team.
Somebody had his kids ransom or something? The hell?
I don't know about all that. Man, John Stockton knew it, man. He felt bad that he was.
Hey, we done with this Isaiah shit, man?
We can move on, man.
All right, look, on the practice. So on the practice,
I knew we were going to bump his, especially.
So
I don't understand y'all. Y'all
I want to go back to the practice.
Y'all ain't no real.
We leave it to the fans.
Y'all ain't no real Bulls. You true Bulls fans?
Leave a comment
on that. We'll see what majority thinks.
If you was a real Bulls fan back then, we don't like Isaiah.
But here's the thing. I want to go back to the practice. Do you think that just like kicked everybody to the next level for the next
season?
Big time.
No, not only that, but going back to that practice actually if I was thinking that if we was able to watch it, it probably would have been equivalent to the way this past All-Star fourth quarter of this All-Star game was.
Yeah.
Remember how this was like the best All-Star game we've seen in a long time?
Yeah, they challenged
I feel like that's what that practice was.
Well, you had to challenge each other. You know, all the superstars, you know, everybody's great. So you got to talk trash to really, you know, make everybody come out, you know. When Magic said that to Jordan, say, hey, man, we're beating y'all, you know, kicking your ass, and we're up by 8. You know, you better do something. And then all of a sudden, Jordan said, okay. And he turned it on, and that was it.
Okay, one thing I want to talk about is what they didn't talk about in that episode during the practice in the Olympic thing, is the private game with the college stars.
Right, I remember you saying something about that. Was that?
Oh yeah. That's Chris Webber and all those guys.
I never knew about
Grant
that.
Hill, Chris Webber,
They put a whooping
Bobby Hurley. I think Mashburn was in there.
Who put a whooping on who?
The college guys.
They all put it. See what happened. This what happened. Chuck Daly purposely did a matchup because a certain matchup and doing subbing a certain way.
Exactly.
College All-Stars was random. Okay,
Wow.
they didn't have the media in the gym.
So there's no footage of that?
They
have some footage.
They had some footage.
Okay.
They had some footage, and you know, Bobby Hurley was killing like all of them. Weber, and the thing is Chuck Daly did that on purpose to show that y'all could get beat. Just cause y'all the dream team.
So did they actually get beat?
Oh yeah, they had a scoreboard and everything.
They beat them bad.
The college dudes whooped them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whooped them. But
dunk fest against them. Weber was like going down.
Weber was killing. I'm talking about when they let the media in after that game, they just see how all the NBA players was just like, and Bird was like, look, man, some of these dudes need to be playing in the league now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you mean Jordan was playing too?
Oh yeah.
Jordan was playing.
But guess what?
The second game.
After that, tell them what happened, Paulo.
The second game, they played again. Them college dudes couldn't even get past half court.
It was
oh, wow.
They kicked
Locked down.
Lockdown.
They kick it to another level.
Wow.
Another level, man.
He said, we're going to teach you guys. We're going to put you back in your place.
I think that's the game. Those practices, that's what really put the light on them. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I didn't even know about that.
Chuck Daly. Chuck Daly, you know, that was the genius part about it. And I don't know, you know, it was just a good call for Chuck.
It was.
With that reality check.
Yeah.
You know, it was a reality check for them players, man. Like, hey, you guys could get ran, man. Like just like that. And those college players felt good because this is like before, you know, they was even coming to the league or anything. They was still in college, you know.
That's
know. Yeah, man.
You know who I felt bad for, man? You know, getting on this Tony Kukoc.
Hey, you just cut me off. I was like, speaking of reality check, Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc.
Kukoc. Some people call
Kukoc. Kukoc. Whatever. We know it. Yeah, we'll say Kukoc for now. Kukoc. Yeah, we go with
Kukoc.
But
yeah, go ahead, man.
Krause drafted him.
Yeah, Krause did Pippen dirty that time, man. I felt this.
And yeah, he.
Go ahead, Paul.
Go ahead, man.
No, I'm just saying Krause drafted him early, but Kukoc couldn't come to the league then.
Yeah, he was out for
He was recruiting him, and he was willing and dealing with him, you know, making
the
deals.
Bulls actually drafted him.
He drafted him in the 1990 draft.
Yeah, he drafted him.
But he didn't come play for 2 years.
Yet.
Come out. Yeah.
Because all the politics going on.
Yeah. And he made more money.
And he made more money out there.
Yeah, because he was negotiating with Kukoc at the time, and Pippen was waiting for his deal.
Yep.
You know, he was trying to get paid. So
that's why Barkley was like, man, instead of trying to deal with this, you need to pay Pippen.
For real, because he wasn't even proven yet.
Man, they put the lockdown on Kukoc.
Man.
Pippen and Jordan said, "Hey, we got this dude. Don't worry about him."
Man, they was
He's
bumping
mine.
dude. They was doing all sorts of stuff.
Kukoc
He was
just
like,
one hit.
man, he's like, oh, what would I do?
What did I do? Because he had no idea all this stuff
He
was
didn't
going
know
on.
what's going on.
He didn't have a
man.
clue.
And you know, it's funny. This is a theme that I've noticed throughout the whole series. Anybody that Krause was jocking, Jordan and Pippen went after.
But after
Every single person.
But
Every person
Krause-
that he liked
Krause said that he was the future face of the Bulls.
of the Bulls.
for the Bulls, man. Come
You
on.
hear something like that, you like, we winning championships and we talking about this.
This is in '92.
Yeah.
This is in '92, man.
I
By the
know.
time
This
by
is
the
in
time
90 when he drafted him. He said.
when he drafted him. So imagine, like, by the time Kukoc could even be the face of the Bulls, Kukoc's career is already, you know what I'm saying, halfway through. And that game one against Croatia, I mean, Kukoc was held to like 4 points.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
they
locked,
like-
he
they
was
locked-
locked down.
And you know, they lost by 33.
Yeah,
But he did good in the finals. They met again in the finals.
he did much better.
I mean,
He
he
had
did
like
better.
16, 18 points,
He's
something like that.
17.
17, yeah. So he did better. They gave him his props then. They was like, yeah, okay, he can ball. You know, they gave him his props.
And still lost by what, 32?
Yeah, they still got spanked. They still got spanked.
I mean, you know that dream team playing against in the Olympics and playing against all the other countries, man. You know, it was going to be a slaughter. We knew that. It was
You
going to
know
be.
what? It got boring, man. I mean, it was nice. It was like
It was like,
Showboating,
yeah, it was like seeing a
Harlem Globetrotters or something like
yeah,
that. You know, it's like, man.
And you know what's crazy? That was crazy at that time, man.
What's
They
that?
had a no alley-oop rule.
No alley-oop rule, really?
No alley-oop rule.
Are you serious?
Yeah, watch why they didn't do no alley-oops.
Wow.
I
Yeah, because
remember that. I got
Dream-
it.
Dream Team 2, they didn't have that rule.
Right, they didn't have it. No, they cut. Yeah.
There
But
was-
at that time in that first Dream Team, they had no alley oops.
Wow. I got to check it out.
Yeah, check that out, man. But I mean, it was like, I think it was more like a Dream Team. You know, they went. What the good thing about it was that it made NBA more global.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, bigger. It inspired a lot of these European players and
Man,
players
we
in
wouldn't
different
have all
countries.
these. We wouldn't have
It
these
is-
Dirk
it would've-
Nowitzki's and all these
Yeah,
people.
I mean, it inspired them more, you know, because you see after the game, these guys was fans. They wanted to take pictures and
The players were
Autographs,
They wanted
right.
autographs.
play. Yeah,
Going up
man.
to Jordan, like, yeah, can I have your autograph?
I mean, imagine like you playing against Jordan. Would you mind getting dunked on by Jordan?
Man, dunk on me.
Yeah,
After
you
you
know,
dunk on me,
authorized.
can you
And
get?
then you- and
then
Can you sign my
sign
poster?
it.
Mind
Yeah.
Jordan breaking your ankles? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
You having that poster in the background? See that? The
Yeah.
Jordan poster?
It
No,
might not
look
be a
look
bad
underneath.
thing.
Look
It
underneath.
might not be a bad thing.
That's me.
but even though, you know, with all of that, Barkley was still bullying people. You know?
Oh yeah, Barkley's a big bully. What you guys think about Jordan? That issue he had with Reebok, he didn't want to display that logo
Oh man,
on his
he's a
jersey, and he was smart how the way he hid that.
hey. Like Jay-Z said, he's not a businessman. He's a business man. Okay,
There you go.
so Michael Jordan is a business. He's not about to just go over there and just allow another company to get that shine off of
that
him
exposure, yeah.
without them. They didn't pay him.
Right.
They're the Olympic sponsor. They're not they're not Jordan sponsor. Jordan like, nah, hell no. I'm
He threw that
good.
American flag over his shoulder. He was
Right.
like,
Could you see if could you imagine if Reebok had the opportunity to have a picture of Jordan with the Reebok?
Oh man, that's all they would show.
That's all they would show everywhere.
I would never take that down. I'd act like Jordan is signed with Reebok.
I bet Reebok was pissed when they saw that.
Super pissed.
Ooh, they probably went to.
It was like foiled again.
You
Probably
heard what
David
they were
Stern.
saying. They were saying something like, "Oh, they wouldn't be able to accept their the medals if they don't wear it."
Right.
That's what they was trying to say. He was like, "Oh, for real? Okay, we'll see."
Well, he still
He
won
had
it,
his
but-
plan. He said,
had a
I'm gonna
plan.
cover it up like it's never been covered before.
Right.
Like they're gonna see what I do. They couldn't do nothing. He had a flag. What they gonna say? Take that flag off? They're gonna look stupid. Jordan's smart, man.
Nah, he's smart. But he became a global superstar. I mean, after that, it was like
he dominated, man. He dominated. Like,
man.
He had as much as people in other countries hate America, they was wearing America shirts, USA hat. Like they was from USA. They weren't even from USA. They wear USA stuff.
I don't think no other Olympic team was getting any crowd waiting on them when they was coming out the bus.
You know they sold out. Everybody was like lined up outside.
Not that big, but don't sleep on Dream Team too.
No, I'm talking about no. I'm not talking about other Dream Team.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the Dream Team won. All the other teams.
Oh no, the other Olympic team. Right. No, of course
they weren't coming out the bus getting a big old, crowd. You know what I'm saying? None of them, man. I mean, it was just all about them.
And I agree. The Olympics just made him a global superstar. I mean, it was just like unmatched. And I got a confession, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, I got a confession right now.
What you got?
Sometimes I feel that he is me. I swear to God, dude, that song used to bring chills to me, man. When I used to play ball, if I had a good game, I'm like Mike. I would hear the song. I would hear the song in my brain, in my head, and shut up.
You got you on that one.
That was a good one, man. All right, man. Cut. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, man, I love that song, man. I think that song itself, it changed. That was one of the greatest marketing promotions ever, dude. Like, talk about like Mike, and then it's like just the kids sitting up here just want to be like him and all that stuff. It was big, and it was part of right after the Olympics and all that stuff. And you saw the way that they were marketing him. And he became this role model.
Made you want to go.
He became a role model. And that's when it became tougher for him, because then now people were expecting him to act a certain way.
Yeah, it's kind of good you brought that up, because they went into like the politics side of him, how he didn't get involved in politics much, especially with the Harvey Gantt situation.
Yeah.
You know, the African American community wanted him to vouch for, Harvey Gantt, and he didn't. He's basically saying, "Hey, I just want to concentrate on basketball.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved in politics."
That's a tough one, because he's
tough one.
He's going against Jesse Helms, and Jesse Helms is racist.
Exactly.
Super racist, and it's North Carolina.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
It was
South Carolina. I think it was South Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina. My bad. Still, to me, is close.
Yeah. So that's more reason for him to be involved.
I mean, at that time, I just felt like if Jordan would have got involved, then Jordan probably would have got swarmed with politics stuff after that. Yeah. What do you feel about this? What do you feel about that? And not every athlete is on that tip. You know what I'm saying? They just want to play ball. Not everybody is outside of sports.
I'm glad you brought that up.
He's too big, though. He's too big.
That's right, Mike. He's too big. But hey, here's a question: should athletes get involved in politics?
I feel,
especially you get your superstar athletes. So think about that one. I mean, if you like LeBron James, he's been involved in politics a lot, and he's made a difference.
And this is where I have an issue with Jordan. I can tell you honestly, 100%, I have an issue with Jordan, because I felt like it was selfish, because he made the comment of Republicans buy Nikes too, or buy shoes too, and I just felt like, and he said, I gave him a contribution, but I feel like it was like, here, I give you a silent contribution, but I ain't go. To me, I think that it would have been more beneficial to Harvey Gantt if Jordan came out and be like, vote for Harvey Gantt, whether to give him money. Man, that'd be way more,
Yeah,
valuable.
but does it? But would Jordan feel like he's being used? Like, man, because of me, you won.
Hey, but you
know
know
what I'm
what?
It's
We're taking
it's
out.
more than that. It's more than that.
We're taking out
then-
this racist Jesse Helms from being up there.
Right.
You telling me it's cool to just let him look at Jesse Helms after he won.
Paul, look at Muhammad Ali, right? And then I forgot who mentioned something about Muhammad Ali, how he was in.
Yeah,
they
talked about that. Yeah.
He said when you look back, you're not gonna remember Jordan. You remember Muhammad Ali for what he
That's
did.
Nathan McCall. He wrote some
Right.
of my favorite books. Yeah, the author Nathan McCall. Yeah.
See, the thing is, I think not every athlete is that don't mean they want to be involved with that or have any knowledge of that. I mean, it's just like saying just because you're a millionaire or you're rich, you're a good businessman. Like you know what I'm saying? Just because you got money means that you qualify for this other part. Like just because you're a famous athlete don't make you somebody who know about politics or know how to be a community activist, or he just know how to hoop. Hey, look, man, I'm just here to play ball. Why are you involved? I don't know about all of that. Talk to him. He like talking about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it put that pressure. I just feel like for Jordan, it's like, look, man, I don't even, if I jump into it, they're gonna force me to go even more. Then
Right.
what? The next campaign, this and that. I gotta do this and that. You see, he didn't even go to the White House to shake the president's hand.
That's because he was gambling.
But
That's a
you know,
different situation.
But see, that tells you how it's not important to him.
And I understand that.
You know.
But the problem is, P, is that we live in a society where
I
it's
understand
already
that.
rough for African Americans, for black folks. And so if we could have any type of person to encourage people
Make
to
a
go out
difference,
and
yeah.
vote or encourage people to make a difference,
Yeah,
that's where we need that, because it's important. Think about when
I
Obama
agree.
was in office.
But do you think-
Jay-Z, Young Jeezy, P. Diddy, everybody was pushing. They all became political, right?
Oprah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
all
everybody, and it, but whether you wanted to vote for somebody or not, if you knew that we can't handle no more of this type, that party, and you needed some help,
Yeah.
some major pull, you gotta understand, man, we live in a different era, man. And Jordan making a commercial or doing anything, he would have got old boy off
Anything.
the hump.
Yep.
Harvey
Yeah,
Gantt
but-
would have been in.
Yeah. Especially in that situation.
Jesse Helms, you heard what he said? He said, no victory for Mudville tonight. You know,
Right.
I feel like that was like,
That was a slap in the face.
he was
right
basically trying to say, y'all N-words have no, y'all didn't have no
Yep.
victory tonight. I mean, I was like, damn, how do you feel about that?
there. Yeah,
man?
I wonder how Jordan felt after that.
He,
But
didn't,
see- but see,
he don't
just-
care. He ain't got no heart about that. Like
Yeah,
when it comes
yeah.
to that, he
I
don't
didn't-
got no heart.
But
Right.
just because you're a mega star don't qualify you to talk about
You're
politics.
right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
sometimes you
But
gotta
you gotta-
use that. You gotta
gotta
use
use
that
that
megastar
platform.
status platform.
What do you expect Jordan to say? Start kicking some politics and
Sometimes-
statistics and all kind of like
Vote for him.
It's-
You
It's
know
vote
what
about
I'm
for
right
saying?
him.
and wrong, Paul. It's about right and
It's-
wrong.
see-
That's
see-
all it's about.
Yeah, but see, it's like
Sometimes you gotta put your foot down. What's right?
it could have been other people they could have asked, man.
It wouldn't have ruined his career. You think it would have ruined his career if he would have done that?
It wouldn't have ruined his career, but it would have just. I'm
You
just
think-
looking at it. I'm just looking at it in the Jordan perspective. All right, it wouldn't have ruined his career. Obviously, him declining the offer didn't ruin his career. But the thing was, if he probably felt like if he would have got involved. Once he opened that door, they would have been trying to pull him in all kind of other stuff that he ain't trying to go
That's
to.
exactly what I was about to say.
You know what I'm saying? So just because he's the biggest star at that time, don't mean he's qualified for over here. You know what I'm saying?
But he can pick whatever he chooses to, deal
Could
with. And
could
the politics
every-
side of it?
Could every pop star or rap star be a good actor?
No.
Okay. So
No,
just
but
because you're
that's-
good over here, don't mean
We're not
he's gonna be
saying
good
we're
over
not
there.
saying he's a
You know
good
what I'm saying?
politician. We're saying use your platform to help.
but
That's
that's
all.
just that.
And
Yeah,
then-
but
and
that's
then- and
just
then-
all.
And this is where it comes to this point right here. And that's why LeBron is the GOAT in that situation. There you go, Ralph. That's where LeBron is the GOAT. Okay?
Wow.
He's a GOAT.
Oh yeah, off the court.
Off the
Just say he's a
court,
goat.
off the
Hey,
court,
wait, let's-
LeBron
hey.
is the GOAT.
Hey, wait, Mark, let's do it off the court.
Off the court.
Salute.
Hey,
Oh,
We salute
yeah,
you,
that's
LeBron. Off the
LeBron.
court.
Yeah, off the court.
I'm a big LeBron off the court fan
But I feel
all
like
day
LeBron.
long, man.
I think LeBron. It's not even about him being political. LeBron made politicians look stupid.
Oh, yeah.
What he did, he achieved by himself and things he brought together.
Right. He brought.
You know what I'm saying, for
Yeah.
people. So he did something politicians be faking about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He exposes them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So have Jordan did that? Now Jordan could have did that.
Jordan could
Right.
do.
Right. Yeah.
Now
he coulda-
that's a whole nother thing now.
Exactly. Exactly.
But see, jumping in somebody else's thing you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna ask you questions. Hey, why do you do this? How do you feel? He don't even want to get into
see,
it.
I don't want to hear that because guess what? His mama
That's his
was
mama.
doing it. But if your mom is like, if you trust your mom and stuff like that, and what if your mom's like, baby, I've been watching him and everything. I really believe that we should help. And he could have did that, man.
He could have did that.
He
I
could have
think-
did that.
I think deep down, I could be wrong, but I just think deep down Jordan feel like, dude, man, you're not gonna use me to win.
Yeah, but at the same
You know what I'm
time,
saying?
It's bigger than
sometimes
that.
you get
They're gonna
one
use me
chance.
to
Sometimes
win,
you get
man.
one chance in a lifetime to make a difference
A big difference.
in the community,
I don't think that
in
was
your
gonna-
city, in your state, whatever it takes. Okay,
Hey,
You
you asked
missed
me.
you got to take advantage of that.
you asked me,
Especially
man.
being at that level, Paul, you got to take advantage.
Hey, you asked me. Every politician is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it
Okay, that's
wouldn't-
another subject. That's another subject to
That's
deal
all
with.
another
But
one.
you
You
know,
know,
Hey.
if you ask me, man.
Hey,
So-
man,
So-
that actually gonna wrap up episode
Wrap up
5, man. That
Wait,
episode-
wait.
What you mean?
you got more.
Wait. What I want to one thing I want to bring up.
What was that?
Let's go back to 1998 real quick.
Okay.
How the Bulls tickets
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
come out on the Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
By noon. Tickets is sold out for the season.
Out.
And then not only that, they when they went to Atlanta, they didn't even play. They played at
They had to
the
play
Georgia
in the
Dome.
Georgia
The
Dome.
Jordan Dome, you saw it was cut off.
Like you can't even see.
But you had fans beyond that.
dude had
Right.
They on the other side.
binoculars,
They couldn't even
like,
see.
They could have sold it. He said they could have sold another 17,000 tickets.
He like, look at Jordan. They sold like 60,000 plus. They broke
Yeah.
the record.
It was the
basketball
hottest
game?
ticket in town.
Guy had the little TV in his hand trying to watch
Hey,
it.
hey, I mean, look.
Look, Jordan.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Wives wanted the tickets.
Wives was crying like, thank you.
Yeah,
Kids, little Timmy's wanted the ticket to see Jordan.
Crazy.
Rather they having their dang Christmas or birthday present.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
That was their gift,
Now,
man.
you
That
want
was
you want a
the
present?
hottest ticket.
You want a new Atari?
Nah, I
Are
want
you-
to see Jordan.
Or do you want to see Jordan in the nosebleed?
They didn't care. You're right. They didn't care. They sit up in
Nosebleeds.
to see Jordan, man.
I don't know.
that was
I don't
good.
know
That was
what would we have picked? A new Nintendo system or nosebleed?
I probably would have picked that.
Nintendo. I'm
Because-
sorry, we
because-
Nintendo.
I watch it on TV.
Hey,
I was
hey,
like,
hey,
I
let,
don't
let me
think
tell
I
you
can
something,
do
man.
Nintendo.
Unless we would have had front court,
Yeah, I need front court.
you know what I'm saying?
I need
All right.
something like that makes sense. Even back
You
then.
know, I mean, because
Exactly.
at home watching on TV, you're gonna get front court.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Plus, after
know,
we watch the game, I'm
The
on the
food is
Nintendo.
cheaper for you. The beer is cheaper for you at home.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And you
get a
still
bathroom
get the
break.
Nintendo. You
Right.
Still get the
You know,
Nintendo.
there's no traffic after the game. You can go
Yeah.
take a leak real quick and time out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
unless I have front court, man,
Nah, that's good. That's good. You brought that up. Yeah. That was-
and that's when the whole Randy Brown said, I don't care if it's in the locker room next to God. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me one.
Like
You're right.
the players couldn't even get tickets. They weren't, you see Seinfeld and all of them. You know.
Yeah, they was tripping.
Sinbad say, "Look, I'm begging."
Sinbad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that was a hot ticket, man. That was a nice.
Do you think people was buying tickets and bidding them out?
You know they were scalping. You know,
didn't you hear them outside? There was like all the tickets are sold out. Do not buy tickets out here from scalpers because they are fake.
They counterfeit. But I'm talking about bid. Say like you bought a ticket.
It feels these days
for 2000
with social media and
you're
internet.
Like, yo, I got a Jordan. I got the Bulls tickets.
Of course, man. Somebody always
2,500 2,500. All right, do I hear 3,000, 3,000, 3,500, 3,500, 3,000? Okay, 3,500, 4,000, 5,000 go once. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, they was doing that.
That was good.
Man,
hey, one thing you just made me think of something to end it off. One little thing I noticed is that I never knew what was the last pair of Jordans that he wore for the championship, for the 98 championship. It was the Jordan 13s.
13?
Yeah.
Yep. That was the last one. So that means, and that makes sense to why the Jordan 6 rings look the way they look, because that means that he wore the 11s. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow, you got the red 11s. What? I got the red 11s. All right, let's do a trade. Send me the red ones, and then just wait in the mail for the black ones. Yeah, no, but man, that was a great episode, deep episode. It's so deep that we're just gonna have to. I was gonna do 5 and 6 together. We're just going to go ahead and just have 5 at this own episode right now. And then 6 is coming right after. So make sure right after this is done, that little box is about to pop up. So just go ahead and click on 6. You just finished watching 5, click on 6. And then make sure you like and subscribe, man. What's up with y'all? Y'all can't just be watching on the low and then acting like y'all don't like it or whatever. Man, comment too. I don't care if you say something negative. Like, man, Rio, man, I don't like the fact that you don't like Isaiah. Say that.
I want to hear the Isaiah fans out there.
Please let me know.
Tell me how they feel.
And hopefully we get you guys on the show, man.
Yeah.
As a special guest, man.
We might have you a special guest.
And get your rocks off, man. Let us know what's on your mind.
Yep. So see you on the next episode. Yeah. Episode 6 coming up next. All right, thanks for watching.
Peace.
Yo, thanks for watching the Ballers Club Sports channel. And make sure you subscribe. But don't forget, you want to see that next episode, right? Go ahead and click on it. Or if you want to see something else, man, we got so much other sports things that you can watch. Click on that too. But make sure you like and subscribe. It's important. All right.